Okay. 1 hour later, essentially. 6:30.
国連軍の軍事的支援を仙台臨時政府が正式に受け入れた。玉瀬事務次官と臨時政府の全権特使との会談の結果だ。約10分前に公式発表された。臨時政府が受け入れに際し絶対条件としているのは殿下の安全と保護だ。これは今後展開される全作戦の最優先事項になる。クーデター軍はこの政府の決定を殿下の御心をないがしろにする逆賊と国連に加担する売国土の凶暴だと激しく非難している。
Now they're taking advantage of the situation by forcing the government to let them help protect the shogun. That's so low. Screw those guys. You think you can walk all over everyone just because you've got the UN behind you? Damn it. This is all going just the way the Americans and Alternative 5 supporters want it to.
事務次官、あなたも日本人ならアメリカのそのような強硬姿勢がこの国でどのような反発を生んでいるのかご存知のはずでしょう。
今は人類の未来を優先すべき時です。たとえそれが特定の集団の利益につながるとしても。
それは理解しています。だからこそ筋を通していただきたい。国連軍が正義であることを世界に示すために。
I wonder how many people on this base even realize the full implications of what the commander was saying. If this keeps up, humanity's just going to feel more animosity towards each other, and in the end, God damn it.
相模湾に展開中だった第7艦隊はすでに東京湾に向け航行中だ。当基地に上陸したアメリカ軍第132戦術機構部隊は態勢が整い次第帝都に向け出撃する手はずになっている。
Even I can piece together what that means. Damn it. If it weren't for the rebels, the UN and the US wouldn't have had an excuse to stick their noses in Japanese affairs to begin with. They're the ones who went out of their way to dig this shit up. Could have just stayed a government secret. Whatever. We've just got to take care of this stupid rebellion and move on. We can't afford to waste any more time. Yeah, I'm sure we're just gonna move on like it's nothing. Which might mean that people will have to die. But if that's the best way of getting control of the situation, then I'm prepared to deal with that. Yeah, I mean, we already kind of crossed that bridge with that very first incident, where we tried to prove our credibility to Yuko. Be like, yeah, no, we'll let them suffer so that I can prove that, yo, I am who I say I am. I have to be. So let's just get it over with already. I'm sick of wasting time. I appreciate the sentiment, my guy, but you can't rush this shit. He's gonna try to rush this shit and it's gonna end up fucking someone over. Maybe not himself, but someone. Then of course he's gonna regret it.
当基地からも第一戦術機構大隊、第5航空支援大隊がすでに出撃している。また第3戦術機構大隊が帝国軍部隊の抽出で手薄になった第2次防衛戦の支援部隊として出撃準備中である。それ以外の部隊は敵の後方撹乱を警戒し、戦闘態勢を維持したまま待機することとなった。
So we'll be defending the base. I see. Feel sorry for the soldiers who are out there, but I guess we should consider ourselves lucky.
なお、第3戦術機構大隊の出撃予定時刻は1940。これに合わせ我が隊も出撃、後方警備任務に当たる。
Wait, what? You're kidding me. We're actually getting deployed?
任務の重要度、戦力バランスなど様々な要件を考慮した結果、我が隊も出撃せざるを得ない状況だと判断された。
What do you mean, necessity? What the hell are a bunch of cadets gonna do out there? Wait, this is another one of Yuko Sensei's little schemes, is it? Maybe.
任務内容は東ヶ島城の警備、作戦区域は芦ノ湖南東岸一帯とする。
Lake Ashi. We're going to be in Hakone then. Pretty sure that's near Mount Fuji. So we're heading in the opposite direction of the capital, huh? Come to think of it, isn't Togashima pretty much like the Shogun's summer home? Well, it should be a nice safe job for cadets like us then. Is that where the Shogun's actually at right now? That place used to be under beta control, so it's probably in ruins now. There'd be no reason to deploy real soldiers out in the middle of nowhere. Guess that means this probably isn't some kind of scheme Yuko Sensei's cooked up then.
なお当任務には横浜基地駐留の帝国近衛軍第19独立警備小隊も随伴する。
Tsukiyomi's coming with us, what is she saying? So Tsukiyomi-san and the gang are coming with us, huh? Well, it is their mission to protect Meiya, so I guess it makes sense. I'm sure they won't mind guarding a piece of the Shogun's property.
我々はアメリカ軍が進駐している横浜基地所属の部隊だ。その上、貴様らは日本人だ。余計に作戦区域では厚木基地の帝国軍部隊が周囲を固めることになっている。作戦行動中に何か言われるかもしれんが、絶対に挑発には乗るなよ。
So we've got to just sit back and take it, huh? As much, and I know Takeru loves that. I'm sure he loves, sitting down and shutting the fuck up. Not to mention, if they find out we're cadets, they're not gonna take us seriously at all. Guess this might not be such a walk in the park after all.
それに殿下を取り巻く状況が不透明だ。帝国軍将兵の苛立ちは相当なものだろう。
教官、質問があります。実際に武力による挑発や攻撃があった場合、防衛
Dude, you really think they're gonna just attack us? Come on, you're just being paranoid now. Is she though? You know how the fucking Japanese feel about Americans. Like, if they find out, if they have any reason to suspect, like, is that really outside the realm of possibility?
この作戦は国連と臨時政府が決定したもので、殿下のご裁可をいただいたものではありません。帝国軍
Aggressors? Seriously? Do they really hate the UN and the US military that much? Have you not been paying attention, my guy? That seems pretty fucking obvious. Still, Glassrap's more acquainted with the imperial side of things than I am. She's probably got more insight into how they're going to react.
アメリカ軍のご利用しがあったとはいえ、これは正式な手続きを踏んだ国連軍の作戦だ。それに手を出せばどうなるか、簡単に想像がつくはずだ。同じ日本人として彼らの理性を信じよう。
Tama, this must be really hard on you. It's pretty obvious your father was a key player in getting the UN involved in this. And I'd imagine some people in Japan don't really appreciate that. Probably most of them, actually. Yep, and if they find out who Tama is...
では、引き続き移動経路について説明する。1940 87式自走整備支援単価にて国道16号跡を北上。東名高速自動車道跡沿いに旧海老名市まで前進。
This incident is really personal for everyone in this squad. From Makoto, Ayamine, Class Rep, Meiya, and Tama too.
海老名パーキングエリア跡にて帝国軍厚木基地からの補給部隊と合流。補給が終了次第、小田原厚木道路跡沿いに旧小田原市まで。
Makoto's dad is pulling strings behind the scenes. Ayamine's fiance rebelled and killed Class Rep's dad. Tama's dad dragged the UN into this, and the Shogun, one of Meiya's relatives, is now in danger.
小田原西インターチェンジ跡を補給中継基地とし、全戦術機起動。出撃準備が整い次第、全機 C 装備で箱根新道跡を。
Everyone here is at least partially aware of how Meiya, Tama, and Class Rep are involved in this incident. It's got to be uncomfortable for them. For now, Ayamine is suffering in silence about her connection to Sagiri, but I imagine that'll change once more information comes to light. Don't think anybody knows about what Makoto's dad has been doing, though. Unlike the Prime Minister of the Undersecretary, intelligence agents tend to stay under the radar if they're doing their jobs right. Guess that's a silver lining for her. But just how much does Makoto know herself?
最後に、本任務は実戦が想定されている以上、私が戦術機で直接指揮を取る。コールナンバーは〇〇だ。
は？
隊を二分し、支援車両も私が指揮する。小隊の運用としては変則的だが、やむを得ません。
Say 00? Oh yeah, Marma-chan was on the front lines before she came to this base. Of course she can pilot TSF, duh. Well, sweet. Be nice to have a commander with some actual combat experience.
編成は榊を分隊長とし、綾峰鎧を得、
Oh god.
三剣を分隊長とし、玉瀬
Chizuru with Ayamine. Yikes. Not really sure our team arrangements are going to make much of a difference this time. Better just go with it.
各自30分以内に火器管制装置の調整を済ませ、ハンガー前集合。以上だ。
God damn. So finally gonna get a piece of the action, huh?
そうだね。まさか人間と戦うなんて思いもしなかったけど。
Yeah, not to disrespect the guys on the front lines, but I'm glad we're just guarding the rear. As cadets, it's probably where we'll be most useful.
うん。
Hey, by the way,
何？
well, I ran into your dad earlier.
え？
He wanted me to give you the souvenir.
ああ。本当に？本当に父さんが来てたの？
Yeah, twice actually, but I forgot to tell you the first time, sorry.
別にいいよ。そうか。
Because he's very busy right now. I just happened to bump into him on the way to Yuko-sensei's office this morning. Can't tell her the truth, obviously.
そうか。
Gives, they should be delighted to have this. Obviously, she's upset that her dad didn't come see.
はい。
Whoa, what? You don't want it?
それ、僕は同じもの持ってるから。
Oh, you think?
相変わらずだな。気まぐれでつかみどころのない。
Yeah, you're one to talk. Wait, why does she seem so down? Maybe she knows what her dad's been up to. So, what does your dad do for a living?
役所の下請け会社で働いていて、しょっちゅう外国を飛び回ってるよ。
Wow. So even Makoto doesn't know his true identity. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned it after all.
向こう水な人でさ、すぐ危険な場所に飛び込んでいっちゃうんだ。
Huh?
それで周りの人も危険な目に遭わせちゃうんだよね。
Wait, so then maybe she does know?
だからタケルも巻き込まれないように気をつけてね。
I think I'll be fine. Besides, I'm sure he could get us out of any sticky situation. Seems to have an uncanny knack for that sort of thing.
けどね、変にロマンチストだからそれしか見えなくなっちゃう時があるんだよ。
I guess the apple really doesn't fall far from the tree. Sounds exactly like Makoto.
さあ、早く調整済ませないと。特にケイさんとタケルはさっきサボってたからね。
Yeah, you're right. I can't tell whether she knows what her dad does or not, but either way, it's obvious she's worried about him. Times like these, I can't imagine anyone not being at least a little worried, especially after hearing what happened to Class Rep's dad. Yeah, I'm glad you keep reminding us of that. Makes me feel wonderful. 9:45. Let's go.
〇〇より〇1、〇2。
Okay, why do the female cadets have the fucking flesh-colored suits? I want answers, damn it. Why? Why are they flesh-colored? That's literally my only issue with it. I don't give a fuck that they're form-fitting and all that. Why are they flesh-colored? Why? Like, fucking Marimo's outfit, it looks like it's the same color scheme as Takeru's from what I remember. That fucking black and purple. And then like, whenever the fuck fucking Sumika shows up, from what I saw on the title screen, her outfit is like a pinkish color. So, why do all the other ones have the flesh-colored suit? Why? 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 I know that in the comments of one of my Unlimited videos, someone mentioned that, you know, the outfits weren't like that just for a fan service reason, like there was an actual reason they looked like that, but I really hope they tell me soon, because I don't get it. I don't get it. Kinda bothers me. I don't like fan service shit just for the sake of fan service. I need at least throw me some kind of excuse here, you know?
先行した威力偵察部隊の報告によると、作戦区域に敵影なしとのことだ。
Not surprising. The rebels have their hands full as it is. Can't afford to send troops out here.
予定通り屏風山を抜け旧関所跡まで前進。東ヶ島半島を速やかに確保の後、 AB 各分隊は所定の位置につけ、私は支援車両とともに旧関所跡に指揮所を設営する。なお、偵察情報は更新ごとに各自データリンクにて確認せよ。以上。丸1了解。丸2了解。
Nobody said a word since we left the base. Maybe the tension's starting to set in. They're all coming to terms with the fact that they might just die out here. I've never actually fought the beta, but after 2 years of deployment following Alternative 5's implementation, I'm well acquainted with that feeling. In any case, these guys might be a bit nervous right now, but I don't doubt they have the necessary resolve. Of course, I imagine they'd be way more comfortable risking their lives fighting the beta than going up against other human beings. And more than anything else, we're probably hung on the fact that everyone's families are somehow connected to this ugly situation. It's like we're walking on eggshells trying to be extra considerate of one another. I know that's just the way people respond to things like this, but we're in the middle of an operation. We can't afford to be climbing up on each other like this. Hey guys. Are you really gonna fucking try to small talk this shit right now? Dude, no. Dude, why? Come on, that's mad cringe, bro. You're in the middle of this incredibly stressful situation, and you're just gonna be like, hey guys, did you know this place is famous for its hot springs? He's like, we can't be afforded to be climbing up on each other. Yes, when it matters, alright? Like, hey, if there's a crucial piece of information I need to know, relay that information ASAP. Other than that, no small talk. In fact, in any other situation we've been in where we're in our TSFs doing any kind of anything, the fucking combat training, there's never like, hey, how are you guys doing? When we were doing our, back in Unlimited, when we were doing the volcano mission, and Takeda and Maya were going up and doing their thing, they weren't having small talk. In fact, they were actively discouraged from engaging in small talk. They've always been actively discouraged from engaging in small talk and, breaking their concentration. And this motherfucker is like, well, everyone's being quiet. Hey guys, y'all know about hot springs? I hate this dude so much. Like, his intentions are good. He's trying to break the tension between everyone, and I get it. Now's not the time. Marmo-chan should have heard that too. She didn't say anything. Yeah! No one wants to say shit. Everyone's gonna fucking ignore you because, dude, now's not the time for small talk. Maybe she can tell what I'm trying to do, so she's letting it slide. Once this mission's over, it'd be nice if we just had the time to relax and whatnot. Maybe I'm being insensitive considering what Class Rep must be going through right now. Oh, yeah. But this is the only way I can think of to clear the air. Dude, no. My guy, no. I feel, fucking uncomfortable in this situation. Sounds good, right? No. We could all take a dip together. If you guys aren't too embarrassed, that is. Hot springs, man. Still remember, we all went to one back in my world. Hell yeah, that was a fucking time.
03より06静かにしなよ。
This was 6. Hey, you're not dead after all.
ダメだってば。もう切るよ。
Exactly. Surprised Class Rep wasn't the first to respond. Pretty sure she was gonna chew me out after that. Just goes to show how out of sorts everyone is right now.
00より207各機。
Tall units, shut the fuck up. Crap, I know I took it too far.
先ほどテートで戦闘が始まった。
Oh. Huh? Those stupid thugs. They actually went and did it.
未確認ではあるが、テート城を包囲していた歩兵部隊の一部がこの軍部隊に向け発砲したことが発端らしい。
Infantry soldiers? Then they were using small arms?
それに対し、この軍第2連隊が全力で応戦。サギリ隊員の戦闘停止声明が発表されたが、
he lost control of his own troops. Those dumbasses. This is insane. What the hell is this Sagiri guy even doing? Can he not even control his own troops? Clearly.
先発した第一戦術機構大隊はアメリカ第117戦術機構大隊とともに品川埠頭に強襲上陸を敢行。また帝国軍の討伐部隊は埼玉県境から帝都に侵攻を開始。
All it took was one foot soldier. One idiot who couldn't handle the pressure. Now everything's gone to shit. That seems like some subtle, not so subtle foreshadowing right there. All it took is one person who just was so impatient, they just couldn't wait. someone who wanted to get things done as quickly as they could. The shogun wasn't acknowledging them, no matter how long they waited, and the more time passed, the closer the IGA and the UN troops came to launching their counteroffensive. You understand why they might get a little antsy. But if you're rebelling for the sake of the shogun and the people, you should be able to fucking deal with it.
だが我々の任務内容に変更はない。各機通信機をオープンで固定。予定に従い A 班 B 班に分かれ任務を続行せよ。以上。丸1了解。丸2了解。
I'm such an idiot. I thought everything would be resolved in no time once the UN got involved and the Imperial Army marshaled enough forces to tip the scales. Yeah, you're a fucking idiot for thinking that. Absolutely. Now there's a real war going on. All because of one stupid soldier. December 25th, 10:30. It started to snow. I don't remember that happening before Christmas Eve last time around. Well, we're at a higher altitude than Yokohama. Probably did snow in Hakone and I just didn't know. It's so quiet here. Hard to believe that there are people killing each other in the capital right now. We can't see the muzzle flashes or hear the gunshots, of course. Out here, it's hard to even imagine there's a rebellion going on at all. Sure enough. Maya looks fine, but she must be worried sick about the fighting in the capital. But man, I'm kinda shocked that these buildings are still perfectly intact, considering this used to be Beta territory. Maya? I've only seen Maya this despondent once before. Back when Mount Tengen erupted. But she seemed much more on edge back then. Right now it's more like her mind's just somewhere else. She's worried about the people. The same reason she was despondent back then. She's worried about, the innocent people caught up in all this.
ベータの支配地域は自然が根こそぎやられるというのに、この辺りの山間部はなぜか手つかずだったらしい。
Yeah. Mount Tengen was like that too. All of the trees and houses were left intact even though it was once Beta territory. Found that odd, so I did a little bit of research and learned about the two greatest mysteries regarding the Beta invasion of Japan. The invasion began when Beta surfaced at Kitakyushu and around the Sanen region. They proceeded along the western coast up to Niigata, while others crossed through Chubu to Atami on the eastern coast, before heading due north and invading Yokohama. The first mystery is that for some reason, when the Beta got all the way to Yokohama, they suddenly turned towards the Miura Peninsula, and it's the only reason the capital remained intact. And the second was they left far less destruction in their wake as they made their way east across the mountains of Chubu. I remember one theory was that the invasion was simply slowed down by the terrain.
Takeru, こんな話を知っているか?
Not at all. Which ones?
ベータの本州侵攻の際、帝国軍が多摩川より東に撤退した後も、この東ヶ島城には近衛軍第24連隊が踏みとどまったのだ。
Wait, they actually stood and fought? Damn, must have been one heck of a regiment. They must have been completely cut off from any supply lines, with no hope for any reinforcements. They were probably prepared to die guarding this fortress.
近衛軍第24連隊は京都で救助警護を担当していた第3連隊の生き残りを中心に再編された部隊だったからな。
I see. That makes a lot of sense. They couldn't bear to see another imperial palace destroyed.
本州が奪回されるまでの数ヶ月間、幸いにも小規模な戦闘が数回発生したのみだったそうだ。この城が健在である陰にはそういった話もある。
Months? I can't imagine they had enough ammo to last them that long, let alone food for a whole regiment.
だが、いかに近衛軍が将軍の守護をその任としているとはいえ、離れ城を守るためだけに踏みとどまるとは、
there's
い
something
ささか
more
度が
here,
過ぎている。
which I kind of figured. But...
そもそも、殿下がそのようなことをお望みになるはずがない。
Unless there was something more here than just, an auxiliary fortress. Yeah, exactly.
余談であったな。
You digress. Come on, you're not fooling anyone. A story about a bunch of overzealous soldiers doing something the shogun never would have wanted out of loyalty to her? That's a little on the nose, don't you think? But hey, good timing, because I wanted to talk to you about something too. There's something I wanted to ask you, is that okay?
そなた何をバカ者。
作戦中に勝手に一区回線を使うとは。
Yeah, says the girl who totally did the exact same thing in the previous timeline. Look, I don't want to beat around the bush. I'm just gonna cut to the chase, alright?
構わん。なんだ。
Maybe I'm jumping to conclusions here, but I'm guessing you can at least somewhat sympathize with the rebels' cause, right?
なぜそう思うのだ。
Well, there was that stuff you were saying yesterday morning. Sort of gave me the same vibe as Captain Sagiri's speech, though not quite as extreme.
結論から言えば、彼らの心情は理解できる。
Right, and like I said in the PX, I can see where they're coming from too. That doesn't mean I support them.
ああ、知っている。
Hell, a few years ago, I wouldn't have even been able to comprehend it. Something happened to me a while back that I think helped me appreciate their way of thinking. Though I suppose it's you who helped me understand it, albeit in the previous timeline. But even so, I don't think I'll ever understand how people can start picking fights with one another when the survival of the human race is at stake. Sure, a lot of the stuff Ayamine was talking about makes sense to me, and I can also understand what Mei is saying. But if they knew the horrible future that awaits us like I do, I think they'd change their tune. Nope. Clearly they know that extinction is possible. Clearly they know. It's more than obvious when 5/6 of the world's population is fucking dead. I think they know, dude. They realize what fucking consequences are at hand. I saw the dawn of Alternative 5, and the people left behind to fight a hopeless losing battle. Who knows if the migrant fleet even made it to their destination in one piece? I mean, I do know they did, but go on. None of them know the future I know.
私もそなたに質問してよいか。
What's up? Yeah, go for it.
そなたは何のためにここにいる。
Oh, to change the future. But I can't tell her that. Even if I did, she couldn't possibly understand. Maya doesn't know about mankind's impending doom. Neither does anyone else in the squad. That's why I need to talk to her. I need to figure out why these people choose to fight one another. And in doing so, hopefully I'll find out how to make them understand. Because I don't want to lose to the beta. I want to win. That's what I'm here to do.
なるほど。そなたは人類が勝利することが最優先というこ
I
と
mean,
だ
I
な。
think you already said that at one point, but yes. Yeah, what about it?
今朝も言ったが、たとえ目的が同じでも、重んじるものが違えば道を
Which
違
I
えるこ
agree with
とがある。
wholeheartedly.
そなたにとっては結果が全てでも、そうでない者もいる。
Others don't care about just the end result. They care about how it's done, and they want it done a specific way. They want it done their way. They're bullheaded in their fucking ways. Like, no, we're doing it this way. Anyone else who doesn't do it this way, well, they're assholes. They're probably traitors. They're conspiring against us. It's got to be done this way. It's got to be done our way. I know that. How could anything be more important to Japan or to humanity as a whole than defeating the beta? You'd think.
そなたはその信念をもってしても、つくよみの問いに答えられなかったな。タケル、人類とベータの戦い、どれだけ続いているかは
What,
知っ
like
ていよう。
30 years? Yeah, just over 25 years.
そなたの言う通り、誰もが戦いが終わることを望んでいる。
I know.
だが、現実は違う。どれだけ時を重ねても戦況は好転
Sometimes
しない。
time flows backwards, as we found out, apparently. I mean, things got a little better after we retook the mainland, didn't they? Sure, we had to use G-bombs, but it was still a landmark victory.
しかし、国民の暮らしは悪くなる一方だ。慢性的な食料不足に強制疎開、強制収容。徴兵年齢は引き下げられ、今や男女の区別なく前線に赴かねばならぬ。今後も環境はさらに厳しくなっていくであろう。しかも出口は未だ見えないのだ。だがその現状をただ嘆くのではなく、自らの力で変えていこうと考える者も少なくない。
Oh, really?
どこかの誰かの明日のため、民の心にある日本という国を守るために命を投げ出すことも厭わない者たちばかりだ。
This came up when I argued with class rep about orders being absolute. I may have mentioned it again back when we were at Mount Tengen. She's probably right. The Japanese people of this world, especially the ones I've met, all had the same spirit of self-sacrifice in the name of their ideals. Maybe it's something that develops naturally in dire times like these, but I sure as hell didn't feel anything like that from the average Japanese person back in my world. Granted, I wasn't exactly a shining example of selflessness, that's for sure. And I didn't even know it until these guys pointed it out to me. And you do the same, I take it. But that only makes me more confused as to why they're so willing to fight other human beings. Maya?
そうだ。命など惜しくはない。死という現実に恐れを抱かぬわけではないがな。
That's understood. Yeah, that's understandable. I'm glad to hear that. I know they're not trying to get themselves killed. If we didn't have the will to live, we wouldn't stand a chance against the beta. But Marmachan told me that when you have no choice but to die, you should at least try to find the least shameful way to go. She also said that that it's okay to be a coward if it means you make it out alive to save more people down the line.
敗戦。アメリカの反属国家政策。在日アメリカ軍という名の占領軍による国土の蹂躙。冷戦。そしてベータの襲来。
Yeah.
アメリカ軍の撤退。軍の敗走。あまたの生命を国土の半分以上失ったあの時、未曾有の国難に際し日本人を強行に向かわせなかったものは何か、そなたにも分かろう。人々の心の中に国があり、国と共に人があったからだ。そして将軍家が心の礎として民と共にあったからだ。
It's not like that. It's not like that at all back in my world. But yeah, it's just the way things are here, no doubt about it. In the Japan I knew, that sort of thinking is seen as right-wing, nationalistic, and warmongering. It's one thing to be patriotic and proud of your country, but yes, being nationalistic is kinda... that's not a good thing. To think that your country is superior, is better than any other country, that's not a good line of thought. But for the Japanese people of this world, the shogun really is an unshakable source of strength. I guess it just boils down to patriotism, but still, stuff like that can be downright dangerous in times like these. Uh-huh.
だが、ベータに敗北し、本州奪還に国連軍の力を借りざるを得なかったことが、政府を変えてしまった。
But if we hadn't gotten their help, would there even still be a Japan?
おそらくな。
Yeah, so I think some amount of change is to be expected. Especially when you consider this is a problem for all mankind, not just us. What makes them any worse than us?
善悪で語るべきことではない。ただ、本州を奪還し、国連とのさらなる関係強化が国の基本政策となって以降、手段が目的を凌駕することが日常化し、政府や軍は本来あるべき姿を見失っているように見える。政府は民をないがしろにし、将軍家を傀儡に貶めた。己の都合や利益のみを考える輩が国を蝕んでいるのだ。そこから民を、将軍家を、そして国を救い出そうというのが彼ら決起部隊の考えだ。
So wait, you're saying it's our strong ties to the UN that are eating away at our country?
そう考える者がクーデターを起こしたということだ。
Okay, but what do you think?
今の帝国政府のありさま、この国にとって良いものではないと思っている。
I must be stupid. Why am I asking that question when I already know the answer? Everything she's said and done since the Mount Tengen incident in the last timeline has made it pretty clear where she stands. It's not just that she can sympathize with them, it's plain to see that her views are closely aligned with Captain Sagiri's. But no matter how many times we have this conversation, we just keep talking ourselves in circles. May always says the same things, and I still don't understand why preventing humanity's extinction isn't the top priority. Is it because I'm not from this world? It's because you don't understand humans, my guy. Humans are complex. You'd think that survival at all costs would be the top priority, but no. Humans... Ugh. Or is it because I don't have as strong a sense of patriotism as they do? I don't think it's that either. Okay, but if humanity loses and we're completely wiped out, that's it. No more Japan, no more nothing. You realize that, yeah? I can't imagine that the shogun would want the people of Japan to prioritize the interests of their nation to the point of wasting valuable time and resources like this. The fact of the matter is that this little rebellion is taking a needless toll on this country. It's not just Japan, this affects all of humanity. But we're not the only ones. America and the UN are both preoccupied with their stupid power struggles too. They're already planning their post-war domination strategy when there might not even be a world left to conquer. Even the support groups for the individual alternative projects are holding each other back. Meanwhile, the Beta, a group of multiple different species with seemingly no common ancestor or biological traits, are coming at us as a single unified body. But us, we can't even get a single species to come together. Our nationalities and ethnicities may vary, but we're still human underneath it all, if only more people thought that way. How the hell are we supposed to win like this? Once the Beta wipe us off the face of the earth, it's not going to matter whether we're Japanese or American. There won't be a human race to speak of. That's the fate that awaits us if we all can't get our shit together. And sure, maybe those guys out there really believe this rebellion is in our country's best interests. But is that a good enough reason to put all of humanity at risk? What the hell does the rest of the world care about our government? I want to defend my country just as much as they do. There's no point in saving Japan if the whole world gets wiped out. No one can protect themselves on their own, so why can't saving Japan go hand in hand with saving the rest of the world? Well, he's all fired up now. When he's fired up, he doesn't stop until he's fucking done. Understandable. Exactly. There's no such thing as a solution that'll satisfy everyone. We don't have that luxury in this world. If you're feeling too conflicted, then you should probably just go. We're not with the Imperials here. We're with the UN. If you can't get your priorities in order, then pack your bags and go home. I'm not trying to be a prick, but I just don't understand the logic here. Shouldn't we put an end to the Beta war before we do anything else? Can't the petty infighting wait until we've taken our planet back? Oh, give me a break. This shit's pointless and you know... So she's at her breaking point, huh? There's no point in talking about it anymore. God, I really screwed that up. I wanted to try and hear her out, but instead I wound up talking down to her. You sure did. But no matter what anyone says, I'm going to do whatever it takes to prevent humanity's destruction. That's one point on which I'm not going to be swayed. Look, May, I wasn't trying to attack you. Yeah, but I would like to say one thing. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter whether we see eye to eye on this. My top priority is victory for all mankind. That means I won't just let Japan die either. That's all. Sorry for dumping all that on you. I'll go ahead and close the channel. What's up? Huh? Strong? Me? Oh, please. You're just feeling mixed up right now, that's all. You're projecting your compassion for the Shogun and the people onto the rebel forces. And you're caught between your sympathy for the people and your duties as a UN soldier. I get it. Huh? How so? What do you mean? What's she talking about? The Shogun? And who's her? Class rep? I think she's talking about the Shogun. Yeah? Hey. She's talking about the Shogun. I don't understand. Finish what you were trying to say. Come on, don't just leave me hanging like that. Super awkward. Yep. Whoever it is that's being forced to bear their pain alone. I still don't see how that's any reason to be conflicted about all this. That doesn't make me any stronger than...